everyone, welcome back to another episode of Getting Registered at LeTourneau. Today we're going to talk about the intended payment method step on your registration checklist. And before I get started, I want to clarify that communicating your intended payment method is not asking you to pay your bill. It's just a way to tell us how you intend to pay for school, either with federal aid, direct corporate billing, veterans benefits, or cash pay. Actually paying your bill won't happen until the very end of the registration checklist, so you don't have to take that step right now. However, if you have completed the rest of the checklist already and you're ready to pay your bill, there's a link to that video and other helpful videos in the description below. Otherwise, let's pull up the My LATU registration checklist and head to the intended payment method item. So I'm clicking on that right now. So there's a lot on this page, but before you get overwhelmed, take a minute to scroll down the page and notice that there are just 4 checkboxes. 1, 2, 3, 4. A policies section underneath that, and an agree button at the bottom. So even though it looks like a lot to read, it's actually really simple to complete. So let me just talk briefly about each step. First is financial aid assistance. This is just asking you to check the box if you're going to be using any kind of federal aid to help pay for school. You need to complete the free application for federal student aid, FAFSA, in order to determine if you qualify for federal aid. We've got a whole video on that, so look in the video description below for links to the video that applies to you, whether you're an on-ground traditional student or a non-traditional online student. And if you haven't yet completed your FAFSA, but you plan to do so, go ahead and check the checkbox anyway to notify us of your intent to file a FAFSA. Next, let's talk about direct corporate billing. Check this box if you are employed by a company that has a direct bill relationship with LeTourneau, which just means that your employer is helping pay for your education. Remember that as we go through these different items, you may actually want to select more than one of them. For example, most students use a combination of financial aid and cash pay to cover the costs of their program. Next is veterans benefits. If you intend to use your veterans benefits to pay for school, you'll want to get in contact with LeTourneau's VA representative. I'm putting that phone number on screen and in the video description below as well. Also see our tuition, scholarships, and aid video for more info on how veterans benefits work at LeTourneau. Finally, select cash pay underneath that if you plan on paying for school yourself, even partially. When you get to the View Pay My Bill step at the end of the registration process, you'll be able to set up a payment plan at that time. All right, we're almost done. Below the cash pay option is a section on our financial policies and procedures. This is just making sure that you understand LeTourneau's student accounts policies. So give it a read, and if you have questions, you can contact our student accounts office using the info on the screen and in the video description below. Finally, I just want to remind you that this is one of the steps we need you to complete each semester in order to take classes at LeTourneau. So if you need a refresher on how to complete this step later, you can bookmark this video and watch it again next semester. Also remember that we need this and all other steps of the registration checklist to be completed before the confirmation deadline. Of course, if you have more questions, our financial aid office can help you get the information you need. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.